Kashmiri human rights activist Khurram Parvez, chairman of Asian Federation, jailed by India since November last year in a concocted case of terror funding, has been named as one of the 100 most influential people of 2022 by the United States-based Time magazine. Khurram Parvez has been penalized by Indian fascist regime because of his efforts to highlight violations of human rights in IIOJK by Indian occupational forces. Time magazine has called Parvez a modern-day David who gave a voice to families that lost their children to enforced disappearances by a fascist Indian state. He has extensively worked on documenting the abuses committed by Indian security forces as coordinator of Jammu and Kashmir Coalition of Civil Society, and published more than a dozen reports on human rights abuses in IIOJK, and its last report, Kashmir's Internet Siege, focused on the mass detentions and the reported breakdown of judicial system in IIOJK after the revocation of Article 370. World Organization Against Torture, a Geneva-based human rights organization, stated on his arrest, "We are deeply concerned about the high risk of torture while in custody. We call for his immediate release." According to United Nations rights experts, Parvez had been a victim of a number of incidents of reprisals, reportedly for sharing information regarding rights violations with the United Nations, as documented in various reports of the Secretary General and from the United Nations Special Procedures mandate holders. The attacks against him speak volumes of the truth he represents at a time when the world's so-called largest democracy is being called out for its persecution of the more than 200 million Indian Muslims. International recognition of his work as a human rights activist and journalist proved that international community is aware of Indian government's involvement in grave violations of human rights in IIOJK. Therefore, Parvez's family said his appearance in the Time list is a moment of pride for them and means a lot to them.